folks, welcome back to Kdog Goes to the Movies. And in case you're just tuning in, I'm doing the series of videos doing my childhood favorite movies. And so I'm doing this is a series of films at random of some of my childhood favorite movies. Well, today I'm going to take you back to 1986. Now, the thing was, I was 2 years old, but I was still able to watch this movie due to videotape, and of course I had an aunt and uncle that had HBO at the time, and this movie was very popular on HBO back in the late 80s. Of course, you ever thought, because we've all had that imaginary friend that you thought would come alive, but or you wish that some of the things that you have actually have a personality, and so this was a movie that kind of fit at the time of the E.T. Star Wars type of universe. And so this was done at a time, when the whole movie-going public was all for cute and cuddly creatures from outer space, or they were going for the robot sense of things, cute and cuddly robots. Well, from 1986, tonight we're going to take a look at Short Circuit. That's right. From 1986, released by TriStar Pictures, starring Steve Guttenberg, Ali Sheedy, and of course Fisher Stevens, Austin Pendleton, and G.W. Bailey. But Ali Sheedy and Steve Guttenberg were the big stars in the film. Ali Sheedy this was 2 years after The Breakfast Club, and so she was still riding off the success of that, and this is the second film that she teamed up with director John Badham. John Badham directed her in War Games. And then you have Steve Guttenberg, who was a popular actor at the time, more comedic roles and some like dramatic roles, and so yeah. From 1986, it's Short Circuit. So grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and gather the family around. I will caution you, this film is rated PG. However, it does have quite a bit of profanity in it. So yeah, the viewer discretion is advised will be here on the label, because there's quite a bit of language in the film. Some very strong language. Matter of fact, I think if the film came out today, it would probably be a PG-13 for the type of language that they use. So yeah, let's gather around and watch Short Circuit.
It's the ultimate soldier.
It doesn't get happy, it doesn't get sad, it doesn't laugh at your jokes.
It is quite simply the most sophisticated robot on Earth.
At Nova Robotics, the future is in good hands.
You're doing real good. Just keep working on those last 2 bars.
Thanks to Dr. Newton Crosby.
Originally, I designed it as a marital aid.
But artificial intelligence has gotten too smart.
It's malfunctioning. It might not do anything.
But it could decide to blow away anything that moves, couldn't it?
Because $11 million worth of robot just hit the road.
Wow!
Number 5 is alive.
Welcome to my planet.
You just have to find number 5, get some answers.
Why don't you come on in my house?
And it's got a lot of living to do.
Whatever it takes to put that stupid contraption out of commission, that's what you do.
Need input.
Haven't you had enough of this stuff?
More input. More input.
And they can seem quite lifelike, but they are still machines.
Number 5 is alive.
Nice software.
How it happens, who knows, but it has happened.
A new comedy adventure from John Badham, the director of War Games.
They're gonna be after you. We gotta get out of here now.
He's alive!
No!
Sheedy, Steve Gutenberg, and number 5,
Beautiful.
Short Circuit.
I am alive.
So number 5, aka Johnny 5, Stephanie and Newton go riding off into the sunset, heading off to Montana, to where they'll be happily ever after. Well, at least until Short Circuit 2, when number 5 makes the journey to New York City. But that's another time, another show. Yeah, Short Circuit. This was a movie that was definitely a product of the time. It was following after the footsteps of movies like E.T. and Star Wars. You know, just because of the cute and cuddly robots. And matter of fact, I think this movie has been remade in some other ways. You know, like you think of films like Disney's Lilo and Stitch, where again it's a similar premise where Stitch is designed to destroy, and of course ends up being like a family pet. Well, in this case, number 5 was designed to be a militarized weapon. He has a laser beam that shoots from his back to destroy the enemy, and it causes, you know, explosions and whatnot. And of course, with that malfunctioning, makes his way to Stephanie's house, and she of course unbeknownst reprograms him to learn, you know, moral value, and he discovers that he's alive. He's not a machine built to kill. And I don't know what it was about this movie. I don't know how many times me or my brother would either rent this, or we would see it on TV and watch it, and it was quite we always laughed ourselves silly, because there's parts in the film that where number 5, of course, when he reprograms himself, he reprograms himself using the encyclopedia and television. And so with television, it's the Three Stooges, it's infomercials, and of course Stephanie goes on to say it's 3 a.m. She goes, "Come on, Jimmy Swaggart, you know, all this other stuff you're watching," and you know, and of course there's a little nod to Saturday Night Fever, because the film's director, John Badham, also directed Saturday Night Fever in 1977 with John Travolta. And so, yeah, and we always laughed ourselves silly at this film. This film has so many great one-liners out of, you know, Johnny 5, you know, like "Couldn't Hoyt," and which is more like, you know, Elmer Fudd, and or the remark, "Hey, Laser Lips, your mama was a snowblower." And so stuff like that, and reprogramming the other robots to be the Three Stooges. Yeah, Short Circuit from 1986, one of my childhood favorites, and it's just a good laugh. And of course you do feel for the character number 5, whenever something bad would happen to him, and they've done their job in making it a believable character, not necessarily just a thing. It actually is a character. Unlike the tagline, I believe the tagline on the poster, it says, "Something wonderful has happened. Number 5 is alive." So, yeah. So, and you hear that constantly through the font, throughout the film. Number 5 is alive. No disassemble. So, yeah. Short Circuit was tonight's feature. Tune in for the next one. I'm probably thinking more along the lines of, it's a surprise. I'll just I am not going to tell you. So, yeah, from me to you, see you later.